sexual acts
We're
while
live.
on
We're
campus.
live.
Oh, thank
Hello, good morning.
you. We're just talking college applications, no big deal.
Yeah.
And the weird things that are on them.
Right?
Yeah.
We have no snow on the ground, which is a little crazy.
Yeah, it's like
this time
50
of year.
It's coming tomorrow though. We have it's supposed to snow and rain and be gross all weekend. Tomorrow and all the weekend.
Yeah, my husband canceled his snowmobile trip because there's not that much snow.
I wondered what was up north.
So, but I'm like, we already have a girls' day planned.
Yeah.
So.
I wondered
We're
because
gonna need you to not be
this
here.
morning I checked the weather because I forgot to lay out my kids' clothes last night, and it said 54 degrees, and I was like, maybe it hasn't updated. That's got to be a mistake.
Refresh.
Yeah.
It is so hard though. I
Yeah.
remember to stress. I mean, even for
1
ourselves,
to 3
it's so
inches
hard.
tomorrow night,
Yeah.
1 to 3 inches.
Thursday
Okay.
night. That's crazy.
But what's the temperature's got to be?
Like 24.
The good thing is that tonight we will have safe travels while we go see our movie.
And then next Thursday, 1 to 3 inches in the morning and 1 to 3 inches at night.
Nice.
I told you third winter was coming.
Yeah.
Well, we usually
it's not
have a
over yet.
revival in the middle of March, anyways,
Yeah.
right? The Ides of
Yeah.
March is when we're supposed to get more.
It's like fake spring, I think they call it. Good
Yeah.
morning, Jennifer.
Hey, Jen.
So, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, we're having book club tonight, but we're going to a movie. So
If you could guess what movie we're going to see.
My husband guessed first try. I was like, I don't know. And he's like, oh, you're going to see. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite part is when Lori said, I haven't seen the first two. I don't know the plot. And I'm like, there is no plot.
There is no
It's
plot.
fine.
The plot is,
You'll
those are
catch
some
up.
washboard abs, and I don't know what happened for the last 2 hours of my life.
So our husbands are eagerly anticipating this movie.
Is just the three of us going, or is your mom going too?
My mom's going.
You guys might get to
I got
meet
us
Jane
cuddle
next week.
seats.
Oh, yay.
I think I did. I think I got us cuddle seats. Yeah. I asked my mom if she would come on next week. I think she said she would.
Good.
So
I brought my blanket. That's all
I have my
I'm
I
saying.
brought my
my
blanket
trunk.
too.
Yeah.
I had to go back and run and get it.
Yeah, I always bring blanket to the movie.
Yeah,
So
same.
it's
Yeah.
chilly, and yeah, my mom's pretty funny, so I look forward to having her here. Now, if she had like this much of a drink, she would be hilarious.
Maybe.
She's the
Like
lightest
her
weight
coffee.
I've ever had.
Maybe we can arrange that. I mean, 10 a.m.
Little
drinks.
Bailey's in her coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds good, actually.
So we are debating what to talk about today. It was a long drawn out debate.
We always have this debate, and then
Yeah.
we just come on here and talk about
Well,
whatever.
it led Patty and I into a hole.
Okay, so the internet is a dark place. We all know this, right? And Britt says, hey, have you heard that they have purse coffee?
Purse coffee, yeah.
And they do. So, I mean, and there's so many, gimmicky companies out there, right? Where it's everybody's, putting all this money into, marketing, weird things.
Yeah.
But the thing Britain found, they're these little tiny capsules.
They kind of look like a K-cup bottom
Yes.
with a coffee lid top.
Yeah, like a to-go cup.
Yeah.
But it's got coffee in it, but instant coffee.
Yeah, you open it. So you
Yeah.
keep it, the idea is you keep it in your purse,
Yeah.
and you take the top off, and then you have to peel the foil off, and then you pour it into, water or milk, wherever you are. But it's instant coffee.
I know.
But it wouldn't dissolve.
And
unless
they were,
it's hot.
almost $2 a little thing.
Yeah, we were looking at it going,
But
ew.
it's like the TikTok
And
rage.
I would understand better if it were liquid coffee.
Yeah.
If it were liquid coffee and you just threw it in something,
So-
that would make sense.
Well,
to
one
me.
of them was these, little liquid shots. They were pretty tall, though. They were pretty big.
Yeah.
But it looked like an energy shot, kind of. It was very weird. I don't know how it could even be coffee.
Yeah.
Real coffee.
Yeah.
It's probably not. It's just probably caffeine they're calling coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was
Jennifer says
right,
ew.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's
Instant
like
coffee
Probably,
is
you'd have
the
to
worst thing
strain
ever.
it through your teeth because it wouldn't dissolve.
half
Yeah.
of the one Places web page was about comparing others versus us, and it was theirs is gritty and doesn't dissolve. And I was like, yeah, yours probably doesn't either.
Yeah. Just super
Starbucks,
yucky.
oh yeah, they did. They
Unless
did
it's
make
totally
those little
water
instant.
dissolvable, I guess. I did
don't
order
know.
something really interesting. I actually was going to share it with you after I tried it. But it is like a caramel. It's supposed to be like drinking a caramel latte at night, but it's not melatonin, but it's like sleep properties.
Okay, is it the Bean brand?
I'm not sure.
Is it
I don't think
salted
it is.
caramel? It's a powder, and you put it in. It's got CBD. Was it $95?
No.
Okay.
No, it's like $30.
Okay.
But it did have like natural properties, and I thought, back in it'd be like you drink warm milk or something before bed, so maybe like a hot cocoa before bed.
So I've actually been spending a lot of time looking into sleep stuff because one of the things about weight loss is like getting enough sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I never feel like I'm very rested. I always feel like I'm tossing and turning. So I've been looking into products like that as well. However, they are insanely expensive.
Oh no, mine was cheap.
Well, send me the link. I'll check it out because
Mine was cheap, and I don't know how
You're
it tastes.
me right now.
But I don't like milk because I didn't realize
melatonin
with
gives me weird
melatonin,
dreams.
First of all, I've heard people like hallucinate
Yes.
and get like panicky
Yes,
and
I get
weird
very
stuff.
weird dreams.
And like even later, like one of my friends said that he went scuba diving. Always scuba dive, no big deal. And then he got under there and panicked, and he'd been
Really?
taking melatonin, and he stopped taking it, and he never felt that way again.
Wow.
Well, it can disrupt
weird.
your sleep too. Like you can take if you take melatonin for a long time, your body will stop producing
That's
it.
what I'm glad one of you kids told me. That you'll stop producing it, so don't take it.
Sleep collagen.
Hey, Tracy. Lovely to
Perk
see you.
Energy Chill. Okay,
What is it?
there's some products for you.
Yeah, so it's a sleep collagen.
It's a sleep collagen. And
Okay, and you like
Tracy, we're going to
collagen.
talk about this on our next phone call.
Yeah.
I want to know more about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, like a lot of people give their kids melatonin gummies every night, and like they're
Yeah.
never gonna be able to fall asleep on
Yeah.
It seems like it really disrupt. And I like natural products, so I don't like really,
Yeah.
especially something
Yeah.
your body produces.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do it too, it doesn't make a
Well,
lot
and I
of
get
sense
it, like
to me.
maybe if you're on a trip or away from home or something where you
I've
just
got
need to
them, and I will
calm.
take them
Yeah.
like maybe
Morning.
once every 3 months. I'll take a half of one because I'm a weirdo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But if you don't chew those, if you read the sides, like at least mine, you have to chew them up. I mean, it feels ridiculous. You're chewing them for like 5 minutes, but you have to actually. You can't just chew and swallow like you would a gumdrop
Really?
because it doesn't release the melatonin.
Is that what they're talking about? The gummy vitamins now too, or only just candy, and they're not actually
Yeah, the
like
vitamins say you have to chew them.
Yeah.
But half those vitamins have to be taken with like food.
because you need like
I think maybe the
Yeah.
chewing makes me tired.
Yeah.
that might be part of the problem.
I get so bored and tired that I fall asleep.
Chew yourself to sleep.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Seems that way.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, but yeah, melatonin has always given me really strange dreams. So, in looking for products, that's an interesting one. But the coffee capsules were just like the purse coffee. Like, I don't get that. Like, why can't I just like make a cup of coffee at home before I leave, or like grab a cup of coffee?
While
I
you're
did go
out.
to church
Yeah.
Sunday though, and I walked in and I'm like, so where's the coffee? And they're like, oh, we've never been asked that. I'm like,
They don't have
They all
coffee.
say
they don't have
coffee.
coffee, right? I thought all churches had coffee. So
My church
I
never had
will,
coffee.
I will bring,
Yeah.
I will bring coffee next
Right.
time.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, and then Purse Coffee led us into this
Oh,
little
no.
contraption that is completely ridiculous.
Oh my god.
It looks like a coffee sleeve, but it has purse handles, and it's completely like made out of leather.
Okay, but to be clear, the handle doesn't go over
the
the
cup.
top of the cup, so there's
It
like
just
no.
They stuffed a
It
whole.
just like
Yeah,
hangs
there's, like-
around your hand.
There's like no point in it.
Is it so you don't accidentally drop it like a phone one?
I don't
Remember
think so
when they
because
used to
it
have
would-
a phone
it
one?
would
because
tip
it would
over.
like yeah,
It's not like
it
it's
makes no sense.
Yeah.
whatever proof.
Yeah.
Aw.
Interesting.
We used to have a store in your area. I wish we were there too.
Where
still.
is that
Yeah, where
at?
is that?
Because Tracy, who's on here as well, she's opening a new store soon. Can I say
Yeah.
that? Yeah. In Grand
In
Rapids.
Grand Rapids.
Yes.
So we've got
Yeah.
quite a few stores opening. We just opened one in Waco.
Yeah, Waco, Texas was last week.
And then we've got one in Grand Rapids. We've got
Yeah.
a Shelby Township. Right?
Yeah, and did you? So when a new store opens, we like to send them a plant, and Lori
And I
picked
like to
out.
go to a local florist.
Yes.
I try to go to a local florist.
Yes, Lori picked out this beautiful succulent
It
display,
was really pretty.
and the franchisee sent me a message and thanked us for the plant, and she sent a picture of it, and I said, that looks like the Wish version of what we ordered. Hold on, let me ask Lori. And Lori's like, no, and she shows me this elaborate, beautiful,
I know.
Design.
My picture's so pretty.
and
I'm
this
like,
other one was
oh.
like $4 worth of succulents, and I'm like, I know we spent more than $4 on
Well, with
that.
that weird, like mine was like, like a succulent garden, it looked like, and this one had like a weird cactus thrown
Well,
in there.
a
that was,
cactus
like,
is a succulent, but it wasn't
6
shown.
inches taller than everything,
Yeah.
so it just looked
Yeah.
weird.
It was not the same. So then the franchisee she sent me pictures of her Wish products where she had ordered some chocolate-covered strawberries that were supposed to look like bees, and then their version of it, and it was like, this was not the same.
Yeah.
So then we went off on a tangent of things that are not the same as what you ordered.
Let's talk about not the same. Were we
so
supposed
much
to?
better
Were
than
we
the
supposed
view.
to bake something?
Are we more entertaining?
We just ramble, really. So do they.
And we don't have a view.
Or an agenda, ever.
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we
No,
have an
we
agenda.
try to.
Well,
Not that we stay on topic.
Are we supposed to bake? I thought we were supposed to bake something or make something.
Not
No.
for this
Not
one.
for
That's
the
for
next one. Okay.
one, right? Yeah, we couldn't bake this one.
we could bake this one, but it would be weird. Okay, because
It
Mardi
would be
Gras boxes
weird.
are shipping, right?
Yeah, Mardi Gras boxes are shipping. A lot of them have shipped within the last 2 days.
Yeah.
The last kind of batch ships out today and tomorrow.
And we can't talk about the fun thing yet, right?
No.
It's too soon to talk about the
We
fun thing.
can't talk
Okay,
about anything.
next week we'll tell you about the fun thing.
Yeah, we have a fun thing.
Yeah, but it's too soon to tell you. We don't want to
A
spoil it.
fun, weird
Do you
thing.
like how weird and cryptic we are all the time? It's like
or maybe
Big
after Magic Mike we'll talk about the one thing.
It's like how somebody posts something on Facebook like having a bad day but says nothing else, you know?
Or like some
Big
really
Book.
cryptic thing about
Oh,
the
do you guys
relationship
hate that?
status.
I
hate
do.
that.
Yeah.
And I get if there's like an unspoken prayer request or something they don't want to talk about. I get that.
Yeah.
But these like
Yeah.
weird
Gonna move
things.
out on my own now.
Going
you know?
through a lot right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Send
that
prayers.
was worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like nobody in life, whatever. And there's some people that like bring up the same, and I get there's trauma, but they bring it up again. And
Yeah.
again and
Maybe
Good
that's a
morning,
good thing to talk to
Charles.
your therapist about, you know, and
I
not
always
Facebook.
love when they have like the relationship thing and it's like super like big, but like you can tell something happened,
Oh, yeah.
and then like 3 days later they post the picture of them like happy as can be.
You
And
mean-
then a week later, there's
Yeah,
another. You know,
mean
it's
the
the bouncing
status
back
that
and
says
forth.
it's complicated.
And
Yeah.
I know I read to Kevin, I'll read stuff, and he's like, why are you even friends with him if it drives you so crazy? I'm like, because it's entertaining.
It's like, I'm
too."
kind of here for it. Let's be honest, you know. Best way to have an awesome day with Coffee Beanery. Oh, you're sweet, Tana.
Thank you.
Coffee Beanery's random things they talk
I know
about.
when Melissa was on last week, and after she goes, "Oh, that wasn't bad." I'm like, "Yeah, we just talk."
I didn't see her thing. So I do know that we're getting quite a few. Did you guys talk about the different cups? We're getting quite a few questions
Oh
about why there's a sticker on
Yes.
top of the cup.
And it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
a ton of.
This is
flavors.
for K-cups, by the way.
For
We're talking about
K-cups.
K-cups.
And we've talked about it before, but we ran out of, on our old
Yay.
machine, some of the flavor things and had to put a sticker on. But I swear, like, if it says banana, there was never banana anything in the cup. But your minds are so strong, like, they're like,
Yeah.
and one person, I think, said it. They're like, I mean, it might just be my imagination, but now I smell a little bit of banana.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's really just your imagination. Like,
I know.
That's so
banana
funny.
never touched the cup.
That's
Well,
so
we're trying
funny.
to use up the old lids too, so we can get fully over to the new
Yeah.
machine.
The new machine is cool, too.
Yeah, they're out running it right now. It even
Nice.
so we used to have to hand count every single 48 count that
Yes.
goes out of the building.
Oh, my gosh.
So, mistakes happen, and now you put the box under and you hit a button and it drops 48 cups, and then you hit the
Right
button
into the
again.
box.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's
That's
like a
cool.
reset button.
Weird how technology works.
Yeah, they're out making them right now. They're making a ton of them.
Love it. That's
Yeah.
Oh, we're
fantastic.
excited about
Yeah.
Oh, we have a Dunkin' Donuts convert. Yay, Marlene.
Oh,
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Not the only Dunkin' Donuts convert I'm working on
We don't
right
have
now.
Dunkin' by here. Like
We really
the,
don't.
By my
The
house.
area, the guy that owned it
Yeah.
didn't do a good job at it, and I think they took his thing away, and so it sat
His
idle a little bit.
franchise,
And
yeah.
now someone's coming back into the area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
But
cool.
it's not horrible coffee, but ours is better.
It's not.
And we were tasting our coffee last week, our K cups, I'll say, and it was shocking how. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was K cups.
yeah.
Shocking how good our coffee is.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I know. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But we always are like, oh, we can do better. But it was like, oh no, this is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a couple of flavors we tried. I'm like, this is amazing. I never drink this flavor, but this is
I
amazing.
know,
Yeah,
it's
it's just like I
chocolate
haven't had it in a
raspberry.
long
I'm like,
time.
Yeah.
the depth of flavor in chocolate raspberry was super good.
Yeah.
It was.
Even the French vanilla surprised me, the vanilla bean, like how strong it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what's some other weird things you guys have bought from the internet that like you didn't need, but like somehow the marketing made you think that you needed it?
I
I mean, there is a leg exerciser in my office right now that we are partial owners to.
We are all 1/3 owners of
Yes.
the leg master.
Thank God we didn't each buy one.
Right?
We each contributed like $30. Let's be
Yeah.
clear.
Daddy sent the ad, and we were all like, "That sounds cool," and we said, "We'll go in on it." With
And
you.
our grand plans were like, every time we come into talk in the office, someone can be on the
I've
leg
done it a couple of
exercise.
times.
The
It
only one
hurts
who
my knees.
the only
I
one who
don't
really
like
gets on it is Branson, to be honest, though.
I mean, the
Yeah.
person needs it the least.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So the leg master, it feels like it should be like leg master 3000 or something, but it's not.
It's a Leg Master Deluxe.
Oh, it is
the
a
actual
deluxe.
yes, and it's like a stand-up version of the Susan Summers Thigh Master,
Yeah,
but you have to
really.
like on an incline, like bring your legs in,
It's pretty
and it
fun.
does hurt your knees. I'm
It
gonna
does.
say.
I like the Suzanne
Yeah.
Summers. Like, I'm old enough to
Yeah.
remember the Suzanne Summers Thigh Master.
Oh, I own the
like
Thigh
that one
Master,
better
100%.
because it didn't
Yeah.
put pressure on your
Oh,
knees.
Yeah, it's just squeezy, and then she has the outer one too, so you could do it like in or
But
out.
she looked
yeah.
fabulous.
Yeah, and
She
she's
still does.
The
She's
handles
still-
on it are not solid. Like you're
Yes.
supposed to like
Yeah.
hump the handles while you do it.
I heard that differently.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
I 100% did. I'm ready for Magic Mike today.
Yeah.
Especially with cuddling. Oh, shoot.
Oh.
We're going to have to draw straws.
Who gets to sit
Cuddling
by
with
me?
you.
Oh,
Thank
and the
you,
movie
Charles.
theater has drinks, so we're having drinks before.
We're having
Yes,
drinks
we're having
beforehand.
drinks before.
All right, ladies.
Also, the CB Legends stuff has
Oh,
been
yeah.
in packages, so
oh,
you,
fun. I
and-
wouldn't know if anybody's gotten it yet.
and we sent out most of the ketchup packages, so people who had
Fun.
over whatever.
I saw
number.
some of the
Yeah.
boxes together. I was like, oh my gosh, I'd be so excited if
There's
I just
a
got
couple
like that
people
on
I'm
my door.
still waiting for some of the big stuff to come in.
Nice.
But you should be getting those.
I was excited by some of the
You
design
heard it
they did.
too.
Yeah. What was that?
When the places in the area used to buy a bunch of coffee. Aw, thank you.
Yes. Well, you know, Donna, we franchise. So if you have a friend
Or you're
who
interested.
wants to work with me, I will help them open up a coffee beanery that you can go to every day. I have no
Yeah.
problem doing that at all. I get paid for it. It's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, legend stuff. Let us know if you like it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
think
there's some
someone's
debate
weird.
on some of it, I'm going to say.
Well, we all thought it was cool. You're really the only one.
No,
Didn't.
I talked to 2 people last night, actually, that shared the
Who?
weirdness of it.
No, they were just
I'm
being,
not going to out them.
they were being agreeable to you.
No, they were not. They were like, what is this? I don't even get it. I'm like, yes, thank you. It's not just me. I wanted like a coffee is my BFF.
Yeah, but
or something.
no.
But,
I just want one of them on my water bottle
I know.
because they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
well, I think that after you work here for like 10 years or whatever, that you should be eligible for it to be a CB legend.
I'm pretty sure we are.
And buy the stuff if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I've been here for a
I mean,
while.
we gave somebody like a employee card forever at our store
Oh, yeah, we
because
did.
she was so
A
sweet.
lifetime
She got
employee
lifetime
discount.
employee discount.
Yeah, that's pretty
because
awesome.
She was pretty amazing.
Yes.
So
Is.
Yes.
We still see her around here and there.
I haven't seen her in a while.
No, now that she doesn't work at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, she
I don't see
doesn't?
her.
No.
To see where she's at.
See
I
her
love
in a
Bobby.
minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, so next week we're trying the flavors.
Yes, the Mardi Gras flavors.
Yeah, Mardi Gras. It's a fun box.
I'm excited for what comes after the Mardi. Well, like part of the Mardi Gras box, right?
I've
That's
never
the
been to
surprise.
Mardi Gras. Have you? I mean, I've been
Didn't
to
you
New
go
Orleans.
to Mardi Gras?
No, I went like a week after Mardi Gras or something.
Yeah.
Or a week after. I think it was after. But I did have lots of questions because one of my friends, his cousin was a police officer. He was actually killed in the line of duty.
Oh.
So I asked him all sorts of like what you can get in trouble for and what you can really do in Mardi
Oh,
Gras.
I want to
So
know.
I got like the inside
I mean, it sounds like it's
scoops
pretty
on
much a free for all.
it. It is pretty much a free for all with lines.
Well, because like, okay, so like a
Lime.
big thing of Mardi Gras is there's a way to earn your beads, right? We know how you earn the
Totally
beads.
legal. You won't.
So
get
that's
in
not
trouble.
indecent exposure?
Not only during Mardi Gras,
Oh.
But-
So the felony is not a felony during this one,
I feel like
but a
period.
week after it is.
You know, there's a lot of gray
well,
lines
they
here.
have a lot of festivals there, though. Don't they have like tons of festivals?
What about public
I
urination?
don't know. I
That
just
can get
know
you on a
that
list.
for
Seems
$300
like it should,
right?
you can have a parade. So that is on my bucket list to
To
have
your
a
own
parade.
parade. You would.
I'd love to have a parade.
Yeah.
I joined someone else's parade.
Weren't we gonna do
But
a
then
convention?
I was like 2 blocks away. I'm like, no, I have to go back to my friends.
Was it a funeral
I'm here
parade?
with people. No, they have bands and just whatever you want.
Jumped in a parade.
They grabbed me. I went in.
I would
we
be
were dancing.
so happy to never do a parade again.
I also feel the same way of this.
Parades
Oh, it's so
Yes.
fun. You're just walking, dancing.
Mardi Gras is insane. I went when I was 30 and again at 40, and I don't need to do it again. That's
Same.
a Vegas story.
Same, Jen. You know what? I just think like everybody being completely trash, all of the
It sounds like Vegas,
know,
but worse.
yeah, all the felonies going on that are a felony one
You
week
would
and
hate
not a
it.
felony during that.
You
Yeah,
would, yeah.
there's too many gray lines for me. I don't like that.
I don't know.
Sounds like a
I think
great
it would have
time
been
to me.
fun.
I'm putting it on my
Pre-kids.
official
Yeah.
bucket list.
You've never been to Mardi Gras? I've never been.
Yeah.
I've never even been to the area.
But see, I'm not a Vegas person either, though, right? Like, I
Yeah.
like my money in my pocket. I don't really like to gamble.
Oh, Key West. They have a similar event in Key
All right,
West.
well-
And I love the Keys.
We were going for my birthday this year,
And
right?
in October. Oh, shoot, my
Oh.
October is so full.
Your
I can't
October's
add
pretty
anything.
full. Your
It
October's
was
pretty full.
September.
Yes.
For,
30, I was single and had a blast. 40, I was married with kids. I felt like, yeah, this is enough. That's what I feel like it would have been really fun pre-kids.
Yeah.
I don't know. We went to some club there back in the day when I was like in my 20s before kids, I think. And it was like a dungeon.
In
And
New
it
Orleans or
opened-
Vegas?
Yeah, New Orleans. It opened at midnight.
Oh, God. That's so late.
And Grandma Haley was with us. Grandma Haley was with us.
She
Oh,
went to
she's
the dungeon bar with you?
85.
She's
Oh,
a hoot.
yes. She was a riot. She
Yeah.
was very funny.
You know, there's
Oh,
something
yeah.
about going into a dungeon that just doesn't sound super fun to me.
There were cages.
That
Super
sounds
fun.
fun to me.
I don't know.
I am making myself sound like the most boring person ever, but like this is ticking
I
off all my
love how
spirit boxes.
anybody that hears you talk would think you're just like gonna be like on the bar, chandeliers,
I'm not.
and then it's like at 9 o'clock. It's like, okay, I'm good.
Can we go to
I mean,
bed?
I'm with you. I'm like,
But we're like
old.
8 o'clock.
Like, New Year's, making it till midnight was like a lot.
I chose not to this year. I said, why am I staying up? I don't really want
We
to.
did. I made it to midnight, and then I said, all right, good night.
My
We were bowling.
12-year-old had his sparkling cider. He finished it off, and I said, hey, you want to wait up? He's like, no, I'm kind of tired. I'm like, let's go to bed, man.
Yeah.
Let's blow this joint.
Right? Over it. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you next year.
Mom's making sticky buns for breakfast.
That's funny.
That's more what we're
But
into.
it is, like, I have little kids, right? So I have
Yeah.
to be up at 6:30 to 7 a.m.
Yeah.
no matter what time I go to bed. So,
Well, we had some
For it.
cool party invitations to go to, but Sedona wasn't going anywhere. Our 13-year-old, so my husband's like, no, we can't really leave her on her. And then like at 2 o'clock she's like, hey, can I go to my friends? I'm like,
ditched you.
no, you can't, because now I organize bowling
Yes.
with your brothers.
Yes.
And no, you have to suffer
I
with
rearranged
us
my
now.
whole
You
night.
can invite a friend if you want, but you're coming with us.
Oh my
And next year, make your
gosh.
plans before 2 p.m. Thanks so
Yes.
much.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely memorable. She said that the second time was the last week of February 2020, about 2 weeks before the
Oh.
shutdown.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It was definitely memorable. Best food in NOLA. So I'm
Mhm.
super excited about the box. Yeah. We went to Universal like in February of 2020.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
we did.
I remember
Right,
that. That's
yeah.
when you guys did Hogwarts and stuff.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we literally got home, and it was like a week later, like the
Yeah.
country
Yeah,
was
it
shut
was
down.
super cool what we did though. Like we bought this 2-night thing. It was like 7 p.m. till 2
Yeah,
a.m.
they-
I
the
remember
and
that.
Orlando
It
and
was all
Florida.
adults, right?
They
They
rent
do it
out
every
the
year.
whole
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah,
and then there's food and everything there too.
it was
It's
Wow.
really fun.
Did they still do that? That's super
Yeah,
fun.
they do it every year. It's different.
They
times
do a
every
couple
year.
times a year.
Yeah.
I want to go there just for the food, though, to NOLA. Like,
Yeah.
we watched a ton of cooking shows, and I feel that I tip it over. I feel
Some
like that's-
jambalaya.
It was
Yeah.
really good. The
food.
jambalaya. Well, and Brennan's there with their
Is it
Beignets.
really windy?
banana.
Yeah,
Here
we're at a
now?
Win Advisory
Bananas
today,
Foster. Their Bananas Foster.
Yeah.
I
We
just
also
eat
have
that.
a little
It was
friend.
good.
Good.
Oh, we have 2 friends.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're
Those
just
are
stink
box-
bugs. We get
the
stink
box
bugs
elder
everywhere.
Whatever's.
Yeah.
It's
At
time.
least they were those, not something else.
Yeah.
You guys, I was in here working on Sunday night
It's creepy.
in the warehouse.
It's-
I don't like to
know.
be here by myself.
In the warehouse, so I do like that we have the lights now because at least you can tell,
Mhm.
but you hear noises. I mean,
Well, it's
birds
45,000
sometimes-
square feet, and so
Yeah,
or,
it's
and
crazy.
you can't see. There's no like sight lines when you're in the aisles.
I called
Yeah.
Logan when I was leaving at like 8:30
Yeah.
because it's dark, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm just getting you on the phone
Yes,
in case I
I
get
do the
mugged
same
while I
thing.
go to my car." And
Yeah.
he's like, "What are you doing there?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, "Why are you over?" And it's like and they're only one street over, so
Yeah.
I figure better calling them. Than,
yeah,
Yeah.
they could actually get here super quick.
Mhm.
Well, I brought, I came to the office on a weekend and I brought one of the dogs to be with me because it freaks me out up here even. And
Yeah.
I'm like, at least he'll bark if there's
Mhm.
something. And then all of a sudden you start barking and I'm like,
Oh my god!
and somebody was here.
Oh,
Yeah. Freaked me out though.
Who was it?
It was somebody in child service that
Oh,
was
yeah.
here.
that
Yeah.
is crazy. Well, and I just keep the story because we have an alarm, and somebody didn't shut it off properly one time, and her niece was with her, and she was in the front sleeping,
Yeah.
and the police brought dogs
Yes.
in.
Oh my god.
And so
Yes.
she woke up
Yes.
and with German shepherds or whatever, and I
Yeah.
was
They
like,
brought in a
oh,
canine
don't
unit.
bring the dogs,
Yeah.
because I'll freak out.
Well,
Yeah.
normally they call and they're like, hey.
Yeah. And so I said,
Because you have to
"Oh,
shut off like 2 or 3 things to get into the building, and if you forget to shut one of them
or
off,
go in the wrong door, but
Yeah.
you didn't shut off the other alarm, which
It's
I
like a
almost
lot
did
of
this
work.
time.
it is. I just
Yeah.
I at the beginning undo them all.
Yeah,
that way I don't
smart.
have to think about it.
Yeah, I do
that's smart.
too. Or I try to.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming in on Sunday. I was just watching the orders come in on my phone and went, oh my god, there's a lot of orders.
Yeah.
And then we had to replace the toilet in the bathroom, so I knew we had to do that.
Yeah. It made
Well,
Monday
I knew
easier,
I was
though.
leaving
Yeah.
early
Yeah.
Friday and Monday because I was on Sedona duty. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it was nice because Houston came and picked, because Sedona had a friend, so he came and picked them up from work so that they didn't have to hang out.
Oh,
with me the whole
nice.
I'm sure
time.
she loves hanging out with your older brothers.
Oh, she loved it, but he's like, oh, do you want to stop by the store? I'm going to take him to the store and get a drink. And I said, oh, okay. And I wasn't even thinking that the store was closed because he's like, oh, isn't it training? I'm like, they don't have money. Like,
Yeah.
they don't have money, these
Yeah.
girls. So what are you going to do? And then he's like, oh, it's training, isn't it? And I'm like, I don't even know what you're saying. But then what I figured out he was saying, he was going to go in. It was closed.
Oh.
No, the store was closed. He was going to just go in and make them drinks.
Oh my gosh.
But he didn't have a key. Maybe he changed the key. I don't know.
I don't know.
But,
Oh, we did change the keys. I don't have a key there either anymore. Yeah.
So,
That's funny.
but it didn't occur to me he was just going to go not break into the store.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's so dad too. Dad would totally
for
do that.
sure.
I wouldn't. It wouldn't even cross my mind to go there when it's closed and make something.
Because they were thirsty.
would.
I'm like, just go.
I would, think,
go
look,
get a
I would
drink.
probably think it's like here where like the breaker boxes are shut off
Yeah.
and stuff. Like you can't really. You have to go turn
to
the
warm
breakers
everything
on.
up.
Yeah.
To
Well, the
Get
espresso
it.
machine never gets turned off, so you could always use the espresso machine.
That wouldn't even have occurred to my mind.
Yeah.
Not
and
a
they
little
won't
bit.
drink espresso anyway, so it's probably just smoothies or whatever.
Yeah, and there's no,
Yeah.
we don't turn off breaker boxes at night, so they're
No,
all,
I just
yeah.
I assumed it'd be like here where we turn
Yeah.
breaker because we have big machinery, so we
Yeah.
turn breaker boxes off just to make sure nothing happens.
Yeah, for sure.
overnight.
Right.
For sure.
But you
Well,
don't
that's
want
fun.
you don't want that power
No.
happening.
Well, I'm excited for the Mardi Gras boxes for everybody.
Yes.
I am going to go to Mardi Gras sometime. And I don't care if I'm over 40. I'll have a great time.
Yeah, you will.
I would just want to do a food tour in New Orleans because, like,
That's
I
what I
love
wanna
food
do.
tours
I
and places,
love
food
food tours.
right? There's so
We're
much
trying to
fun.
plan like a Ireland something,
Fun.
and that's what I'm like. Okay, but I like to do a food tour every city we go.
You're
to.
gonna eat weird stuff in
Yeah, I
Ireland.
don't
though. You're gonna
think
eat
you're
like
gonna like the
haggis
food
and
there.
blood pudding. Do you know what that is?
I do know what it is.
I
But
would
I-
not want to do that.
Ugh.
I actually have had blood pudding
Oh.
presented to me.
Oh.
I did not
Presented
eat
to
it.
me.
I did not eat it.
Ugh.
To be clear.
I watched them make it on one of the food ones. It may have been Anthony Bourdain that made it. I'm not 100% sure. But, I mean, they take a big vat of blood and they mix seasonings and stuff into it. And then the sheep intestines, and they stuff the stuff inside of it and boil it. And it's black. So then, because like the blood coagulates
I think you're right.
in
I
it.
think I saw that episode.
And
I feel
you
like
watch
you're
it, and they're like, "Oh, it tastes like iron," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, I don't want to
No.
eat blood."
Because I went to China, and our host, it was like a big lazy Susan,
Yeah,
and he was putting stuff on my plate for me.
yeah,
And So sometimes I would put it on Kevin's plate.
Nope.
You know what? I would like to go to
Here, I'll
like
share
Japan
with
and
you,
try
honey.
like some of their food. I follow some of them on Instagram and like TikTok of the people who are like
It
are
was
Americans
Japan
living
was
in
one of the
Japan,
ones that they wanted
and
to
some
go
of like
to.
the food that they eat and just how culturally different it is from here.
Yeah.
It kind of be fun to just go and try things, and you wouldn't know what you're eating, and some of it's really weird. And then like the Americanized version of what it is, you're like, well, we don't eat that. Like one of them had like egg salad, but it was like on a piece of white bread, and it was just like sitting out. Like, here, eat this
Well,
egg
we
salad.
had these little tiny eggs, but they looked
Quail
like
eggs?
they
No.
well they looked just like, I mean, they were small like chicken, like little yolks
Yeah,
things.
sure.
Yeah.
So but they said you have to eat them while they're warm. So and I did. I ate one and it was very good, but it was a pigeon.
Oh, poor.
And they
It was
just
a
they
pigeon.
eat
Poor
different.
street
They,
rat.
yeah, it's just different.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to use the resources you have
And
around
but
you.
they had
Yeah.
delicious like greens that I've never really seen here. They had different green vegetables and the meat was really good. But I did speak to somebody after, and he was a teacher there. He's taught there for a few years, and he said that the meal that we had in all his time here, he's not had anything like that.
Yeah.
That it was really,
A special
they
thing.
were spoiling us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I know, like, my brother-in-law, he has had partners who are from China and stuff, and so they'll make us some really unique food, and they know where all the Asian markets are, and they'll, like, help us. Like, we special order stuff with them
Yeah.
to make meals.
That's fun.
But,
That's
yeah,
really
it's
cool.
always really good.
I want to try like all the different ramen. I feel like I would like that. Like just noodles. Doesn't that sound good?
It's
Did you
not-
guys hear
Not as
about
good as I
that?
wanted
No,
to
it's
be.
good. I don't think it's what you're thinking it is.
This cheese wheel pasta, I looked this up the other day.
Cheese
Have
wheel
you heard of it?
pasta?
So they take
Oh.
a huge Parmesan cheese wheel, dig it out, and make pasta in it. And
That
it's
seems
supposed
super
to be
wasteful.
fabulous. $2,000.
Well, yeah, because they ruin the whole cheese
Yeah,
wheel.
exactly. It's like unless you're in a restaurant, you can keep like making pasta out of it or something. I don't even know.
Is it
how
good
it
though?
is. It's supposed to be fabulous.
Probably.
I did look up. It said 10 local places made it, but
I don't
their
believe
ratings
that.
weren't great, and I just
Yeah.
wasn't
I don't
sure.
know.
That's
I didn't know if you could buy a
interesting.
smaller cheese wheel and do this thing
I
because
know.
theirs was like huge,
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
and then all that Parmesan, like you said, is wasted. Like it seems like
Yeah.
you'd want to go
Yeah.
right like to a watermelon just to the right. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
put it in.
We can go to
but-
the farmer's market and see if they have a wheel of Parmesan, and I can figure
the
out how to do
cheese
it.
lady.
Did you guys
Yeah,
ever
the
see
cheese
the
lady
YouTube
invents it.
video?
Yeah. Which one?
The YouTube video where the guy comes home with this huge wheel of cheese.
No.
And he's so excited about it. His wife's like, "What are we gonna do with that?" He's like, "It was $7. This thing was $7.
That sounds
This
like you
whole
when you
thing.
come home from Home
It was
Goods.
probably supposed to be $7 a pound, and they
Oh,
sold him
they
the whole
wrote-
wheel
Oh my
for the
God.
$7.
Holy
He's like, "I
crap.
had to buy it. It was $7." And his wife's just like, "Okay, but what are we gonna do with?"
We're gonna eat that much cheese?
Was it nasty cheese? Is that why they sold it to him for $7?
No, I
No,
think
she's
they.
probably
I
right.
think
It's
they
$7
probably.
a
It's probably
pound.
$7 a
Yeah.
pound, and they're like, "Oh, it's."
That
Some
sounds
clerk
like
is like, "Oh, here, $7."
that's like your dream come true though, to
Oh,
have
I'd
that
love
much
it. I'd be
cheese.
so
Like
excited.
Lori's a cheesetarian.
Then I would make the cheese pasta or the pasta and any kind of cheese. I don't
Oh,
even
that
care.
reminds me. I
Or
have
mac
some
and
cheese I cut up
cheese?
at home. I need to bring for us to have charcuterie for lunch one day. I
Just
have some.
warn me so I can like be prepared.
That you don't have dairy for the 3 days prior.
Yeah,
I'll bring it
basically.
Thursday.
There's like
Is
this
that
Thursday?
tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah,
but
'cause we already
good
have
prep
lunch.
time.
Yeah, we already have lunch
Good
planned for
amount of
today.
time.
But tomorrow we start planning lunch at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. You know.
I love cheese so
2 days
much,
ago.
but it just does not love me.
I would be so sad because I love cheese, but it's I can eat.
Well, I
lots of
eat
cheese.
it.
You do,
And then
And
my
then you-
face is beet red, and I feel
You definitely have a
awful.
cheese allergy of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be
No.
be awful.
It's worth it.
Oh, you guys talking about feeling awful, but not awful. Uncle Ray's opened last night.
Did you go?
Ice
We
cream
did
place.
Go. We
It's an ice
picked
cream place.
Sedona from dance at 8:00, and it closed at 9.
Okay.
You guys, the line
I
was
figured.
out onto the
Why are
road,
they open
and then
year-round?
the inside was. It's their first day that they opened. I guess
Okay.
I don't know if it's a tradition.
Yeah.
It
So,
was fun. We don't care.
Uncle Ray's makes like crazy
like a
ice cream.
local
They make
ice cream
homemade
shop.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's our local shop, and the
Yeah.
owners are just amazing.
Super involved
and
in the community.
super involved
They
in
do
the
super
community.
fun things like spaghetti meatballs where they like make the white soft serve come out looking like spaghetti noodles,
Yeah.
and then they put like strawberry on top and then like a chocolate meatball.
But you
Yeah.
guys, they're
It's
priceless.
super fun.
They're insane.
How much
right?
was it? How much did you
I
spend on
had
ice
a
cream?
Trill Sunday, and it was
Yum.
like $8.
Yum.
They used to be like $6.
But dairy
I mean,
and eggs
yeah,
are so
and I don't blame them at all. If they're
expensive,
raw
Yeah.
ingredients to go in there. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? I swear the prices have doubled though.
I
Probably.
I was
bet.
like, thank goodness I'm
Yeah.
not bringing my 6
Prices
kids
of eggs
here.
have tripled,
Yeah.
so you know, I guess
Yeah,
that all makes
and
sense.
all those things. But it was nice, and they, they're so thankful and so nice.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
was out there just going, thanks guys so much. Make this your annual tradition.
Aw,
you know?
that's cute.
Sweet. Yeah.
I've only been there one time.
We did not go with you. We had a fun night.
Yeah.
Of-
What did you
of
do?
Meltdown.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Well, I knew it was going to be. My daughter needed a little life lesson, and I knew it was going to be tough. But it was much needed. There was a lot of tears, but it was. It's okay.
It's always fun when you have to do that and be like the parent, you know, and you're just
Yeah.
like,
It
"Can
is
we
so
just
hard not to
you
give
know?
in at the
Well, it's
end.
hard too. My
tough.
love language is definitely gift giving.
Mhm.
So it was as hard on me
Yes.
as it was on her.
Yes.
So just
My
it
husband
sucks.
has that, has a very hard time with that being my love language for our children. He's like, you give them everything they want.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I want them to be happy.
I'm going to say it's multiplied because of working.
Yeah.
You know, with my other kids not working and now
Yeah.
with Sedona,
Yeah.
Definitely
it's
some mom
definitely
Yes.
guilts
Yeah.
me into it. And then I saw her TikTok and her shopping hauls last night. And I
Oh,
was
you
just
you
like,
said it was
Does she have a lot of stuff?
Well, just the way it's presented, I think.
Oh, okay.
it's just
Because she doesn't even buy it for. It's
well,
like other people.
what did we talk about the other day, though, is like TikTok makes these young girls like consumer addicts. Like they think
Yes.
that they need these products. So I went shopping with my best friend and her daughter and the daughter's friend. We went to Ulta, and these little girls are like, "Oh my God, we need Drunk Elephant products. We need to have them." And I'm like, okay. And I'm if you guys didn't know this, I'm all about skincare and makeup. I know all the brands, like all the brands. And I'm like, okay, so this moisturizer that your little 11-year-old face wants is $70. And they surely did convince their mothers to buy this. And I'm like, honey, no, you don't need this. Like, here's this product. Like, you should moisturize, but you do not need this. It's got retinol in it. It has things that, like,
shouldn't even use
They
it.
don't
on
you
the
shouldn't
lid.
use
no,
it.
that's
Yeah.
gonna ruin their
but
life.
they are convinced that because it's on TikTok, they have to buy it. And it blew my mind. And then Sedona came in. She's like, hey, do you have Drunk Elephant? And I'm like, Sedona, no, she was not having it.
Yeah.
No, but what about these like lip glosses? They like they're lip
Yes.
glosses, and
Yes.
they discontinued one of the kinds.
Yes.
And so now she convinced somebody, not me, to buy
Your
her
mom.
3 lip glosses for $65,
Jesus
and now they're
Christ.
selling for $85.
Is that one of the
That's
Rare Beauty
nuts.
ones from Selena Gomez that she wanted?
I
Yeah,
could care less.
maybe.
It looked
Probably,
like a
yeah.
stupid little lip gloss. Like it was dumb.
Yeah.
And she's like so excited. I'm like, that's just dumb. Like
It
to
is
pay
dumb.
that for that.
It
is
is
just
dumb.
insane.
But
to
it
me.
is horrifying that they're watching and they're glued to TikTok and they think that they need
Well, and then
these
we're in
items.
Target, and she's like, "Oh, when I have my first house, and I said, "Okay, reality check here. You
Yeah.
have your first of all, you're gonna probably be living with other people for
Right.
a long time
You're going to be
Yeah.
because you
ramen.
can't afford rent.
Yeah. And
And then
hamburger
when
helper
you
without
are
the meat.
able to get your first house, you are going to be happy for people's hand-me-downs,
Absolutely.
and none of your stuff is gonna match or
Yeah.
look like this.
Our apartment was all hand-me-down furniture. I think we bought like a bed frame or
Yeah.
a mattress. We bought a mattress, and that was like a huge deal that we got a new mattress.
Yes.
And then we went to the second house. We finally were able to get a couch.
Yes.
But our decorations were like mix of like the stuff we had from
Sure.
college
Yeah.
to
My decorations are still pretty Spartan, I'm
I
going to
remember
say.
when my
Slowly
in-laws got
coming.
me like our first bed, like Ethan Allen bed, super nice sleigh bed. I always
Yeah.
wanted a sleigh bed. I couldn't even believe how expensive furniture could be.
Yes.
And I think the next year they bought us a couch, and it was so amazing.
Yes.
You know.
But it's like, sweetheart, when you move out, you're going to be on ramen and hamburger helper without the meat for like 2 years.
They see those gorgeous houses and they just think that's going to be their reality.
And that's what's scary about social media, right? Is that we're just showing this like reality that like, and even like the people's reality, and that's not really their reality. They're just showing what they want to show you.
And actually, that's so funny because in my head on the way last week, I was thinking about a blog post. A blog post about like, I get what you guys see on Facebook.
Yeah.
It runs a business, all these kids traveling. The reality is, no, I worry whether I'm being a good enough mom. Have I loved my kids enough? Have I, do you know what I mean, shown them enough?
Sure.
As a business person, it's like, oh my gosh, the team, am I growing the team? Am I being smart about it? Am I, you know what I mean? Are we preparing for the future? There's so many, not insecurities, but there's so many things that we worry about that I think that it would be interesting. I don't know how you do it if we had some of those conversations on Facebook or in these platforms. Like, I don't have a problem saying all my bad, but I get
you just did.
When you look through a Facebook, you think, this person's got it all together, they whatever, and none of us do.
No.
Do you know what I mean? None of us do. We all have our insecurities. It sucks getting older. I mean, it changes.
Gaining weight.
I love the TikTok reels or whatever when the person's like, oh, that's a gorgeous house, now look at mine, and they swipe around their house, and they're not even like, it's not that they're dirty, they're cluttered, they're like, this is how normal, like there's laundry on the couch, there's whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that's normal.
Yeah, I like reality in my reels, this is how we really live,
But it is hard because that's not what you're sharing. You're sharing, hey, we're on a fun vacation, or we're
so happy and in love,
do you know what I mean?
And everything's great.
But I don't think there's any ill intent to it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like you don't share. At church, they were talking about the midnight. Like, it's easy to be faithful when your life is going well, but it's at midnight. It's in the tough times of your life that's when people are looking at you, and that's when it's tough. And that's, I guess, kind of where my blog, it's like, and it is, we share the midnights, we share, I've someone I know is really sick and please help me. We share this, and it's like the stuff in the middle, but I think that's where book club and having girlfriends,
you don't.
Girlfriends are, because everybody struggles, everybody struggles.
Absolutely. With something different every day.
But then how lonely are some people, so then it just makes, who don't have,
Yeah.
I saw a thing yesterday, and they said, men, who do you call when you're at your lowest? And the guys are like, what? I don't call anybody. Nobody cares. Why would I call anybody?
Yeah, who do I talk to? Yeah. Well, and then, I mean, not to touch on some of the recent events, but that's where, like, mental health, comes into it. And we should have some kind of mental health thing, in my opinion, for everyone. Like, I'm a huge believer, and, like, my son has been in therapy since he's 5 years old, and it's just good to talk to somebody about your problems,
For everybody, because it's the people that seem strong. Yeah. I know the bullying thing in high school that hit me really because one of the kids that, some people that do take their own life, it's like they're the quarterback, but they're feeling so much pressure on this, and they don't feel like they can portray weakness to anybody.
Right.
It is tough, but what ticks me off about that situation in particular is that guy should still be in jail.
Yes.
He should have been in
jail.
We're
talking about Michigan State. It's very close to us. We're about an hour away from Michigan State and an hour away from Oxford, too. So we're like in either direction. And it's definitely something that's kind of, it definitely hits home.
But it is, to your point, like, it's not, and I'm just going to be controversial right now, it's about guns, and gun control and gun laws are, obviously everybody needs them, right? But mental health it's only one part of the picture.
Yes.
Like, what's the rest of the picture? Because first of all, that guy shouldn't be on the streets.
Right.
And they were watching him. They knew he was a threat to people.
Right.
And then mental health and making it easier for people to get.
Yeah. Well, and getting rid of the stigmatism that if you need help, that there's something wrong with you. I think that's the biggest thing, is just like knowing,
I do feel like we've come a long way on that.
Yeah.
I feel like we've come a long way.
Agreed, but I will say some of the older generation doesn't feel that way because of the way that they were raised.
Well, it's like if you call your parents, not my parents, but your grandparents, grandparents,
Yeah.
maybe, or whatever, they'd be like, why are you going to therapy? What are you
Yeah, what do you
doing
need?
that
What's wrong
for?
with you? You know?
But
Yeah.
I think it's healthy, and I mean, I think in our marriage, we went to counseling 3 times.
Mhm.
You know, because it's like, if I want to be with you forever,
Mhm. Yeah.
then let's figure this out now, because
Yeah.
the minute you keep putting those walls up and things you can't talk about, or you can't have fun anymore together,
Yeah.
you've got so many subjects you can't talk about.
That's where the marriage
Like,
comes down.
you've got to keep the
Yeah.
walls down.
We had a family friend, and my husband and I were very early in our marriage, and he was actually a much older gentleman. He was his dad's friend, and he'd been divorced, and they were just talking about divorce and their marriages and stuff. And they said, and they're like, I wish that we would have talked about this earlier, because by the time we went to therapy, by the time we talked about it, the issues were too big. The negative, the bag,
Yes,
it was too
too
much.
much to
It was
overcome.
too much at
Yeah.
that point, and they both really
That's
regretted it.
interesting.
But
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting because my husband talks about it still, like, you know, kind
Yeah.
of like those sentiments
Yeah.
meant a lot
It's in
to
the back
both
of his
us.
mind that
Well, and
communication
there
is
are
important.
definitely
Yeah.
like points in your marriage where you either decide you can grow together, or you're just not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's
We've gotten so
tough.
far
so
off
far
topic.
off. I
So
know.
far off
We're only
topic.
45 minutes in and we're having therapy.
I'm
You know,
sorry.
no big deal.
Therapy
No
section
big deal.
together.
Yeah.
But back to next week.
Next week.
We can't wait to try the coffees. Hopefully my mom will be here. We're just gonna all call her Grammy,
Oh, yes.
And,
She's the best Grammy.
and she'll
And then we'll announce our
and then
surprise.
we'll announce her surprise, which is kind of cool,
Fun
Yeah.
and creepy.
fun and creepy. I really
All right, we'll just leave you with that sentiment.
I don't even know what to say. Fun and creepy. Like my